What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. So, a 22-year-old Philadelphia, Pennsylvania woman has took to TikTok to call out her father, Dr. Umar, right? She says she's Dr. Umar's biological daughter. She says that she's been trying to reach out to Dr. Umar concerning her contacting her sister, his other daughter. She has no contact with her sister. She was trying to get in contact with her sister. And so she reached out to Dr. Umar, right? So she shows text messages of her reaching out to him. And he's like, if this is in fact my daughter, why are there different numbers, so on and so forth. I'm gonna put the whole text thread up on the screen for y'all to see, right? And she's trying to say, hey, can you give me my sister's information so I can reach out to her? And she says that he left her on red. He never responded, right? And so she got frustrated. So she went to social media like, yo, I'm trying to contact my sister. And that's all I'm trying to do. And he's ignoring me. He's not responding. And this man has never been in my life. He didn't raise me. I'm paraphrasing, but she like, he didn't come to graduations, birthdays, any of those things. He's never been a part of my life. I just want to connect with my sister. I don't want nothing from him. Right. And so after that, Dr. Umar responded, somewhat in a cryptic way almost, but not cryptic. He kind of was like, listen, in so many words, telling everybody to stay out of his personal business, which lets me know that it's some truth to what's going on with him and his daughter for real. You know what I mean? Like when he say just stay out of my personal business, he basically told everybody, if you get into my personal business, you're going to be blocked. You're going to be blocked and all of that. And, I was like, yes, it's something to this. But then it was a lot of other indicators. He also spoke about how he's open for a conversation with her and her mother. If she go get her mother, they can have a conversation for the world to see, so on and so forth. Right? Now, what's very interesting to me is this young lady had Dr. Umar's number saved in her phone as Dr. Umar, not dad. So that lets me know there's something to this. And he's confirmed that is his child. So here's the problem with all of this. Dr. Umar has spoken a lot of things that I've agreed with, as far as like certain things for the advancement of black folks. When he speaks out against systemic racism, when he talks about white supremacy, the white power structure in America, when he speaks about, certain things that are ailing and affecting the black community, I'm all for it. I'm all with him, right? Now, he should have had their school started a long time ago. Now, that's the issue that a lot of people have with Dr. Umar. They're like, yo, you talk to certain things that we want to hear. You give some quality information. You speak on a lot of great things that need to be spoken on, and you educate a lot of people about certain things going on in America as it pertains to Black American people. However, when you're getting donations from people, and people are sending in lofty donations, they want their school to be open. Now, he has purchased the school in Delaware. It's purchased, but it's just taking a long time for everything to be up and running. And he's been collecting money for the school for years. I mean, over a decade now. You know what I mean? I believe, yeah. So you got people upset about it. And I'm like, yeah, that school should have been open a long time ago. Even though I agree with a lot of the things that he says. See, I'm a person, I can agree with a lot of things that you say and also still criticize you at the same time and hold you accountable for certain things, right? But with me saying all of these things about how I agree with a lot of the stuff that Dr. Umar says, I'm with him on a lot of things, and me disagreeing, me agreeing with people questioning when is the school going to open. This situation right here is a whole nother topic, because this is his daughter. She's saying, yo, my father never been in my life. He never been there for me. That is a problem. If she is indeed telling the truth, which I believe she is, like, something about it make me feel like she's telling the truth. Now, I know some of y'all gonna say, you don't know this girl, so on and so forth. I don't. But if it was true, if it wasn't true, I believe Dr. Umar could simply say This is not true. I'm going to talk to my daughter. I've been in her life, so on and so forth. I've been to this graduation, this birthday party. I did this for her, that for her, but he didn't do that. So I believe there's some truth to it. And when she got his name saved as Dr. Umar, and he don't know what number he don't know what her phone number is, then she don't have a relationship with her sister. That's very telling. When a child has a father and their father has a child with another woman and they don't have a connection with each other, that let me know that he ain't in their life in some way. My father had children by different women. You know what I mean? My father had me and, he had 4 children by 3 different women, right? We all knew each other though. We all was around each other. We always talked to each other. We was always at his house, all of that. We was always together. We all talk to this day. Ain't no way we ain't got each other's phone number. That's not a thing for us, right? Because my father was in our lives. He raised us. He poured into us. He walked with us every step of the way, even when he was no longer with our mothers anymore. You know what I mean? And he kept us close, and he led by example. Because he was close to us, we were close to each other. So that lets me know something going on with this whole situation. Now let's get to the part about her calling Dr. Umar, her father, a hypocrite. If he's not in his children's life, he is indeed a hypocrite. See, this is the problem. Dr. Umar talks about community building with black folks. Telling black folks we need to build each other up. We need to pour into each other. We need to grab these babies, pour into these babies. We need to uplift these children. We need to be there for them. All of the above. How can people trust you to community build if you can't build with your own child? You can't build with your own baby that you made. People gonna look at you funny. They gonna question you. You know what I mean? If you can't build with your own seed, how can people trust you to build with their own seed? How can people trust you to build with their seeds? How can people trust you to build with their children if you can't build with your own? If you can't develop a relationship with your child? Reach out to your baby. Support your baby. Uplift your baby. You know what I mean? If you can't come and be present with her, people are going to be like, yo, how are you going to be present with our kids? It's going to look funny. And it's just me telling the truth. And I'm telling y'all, like, again, I've agreed with a lot of things Dr. Umar has said. I love hearing him speak and talk and all of that. But it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Oftentimes, Dr. Umar speaks about men maintaining their family, maintaining their children, so on and so forth. And if you don't got no relationship with your daughter don't got a relationship with your other daughter, you're not maintaining your own family. I'm not saying you got to be with the women anymore, because things happen. Contrary to popular belief, things happen, right? Relationships don't work out. People change after years of dating them. Some people just cannot coexist because they're too strong and too bullheaded for each other. Some people grow apart. Things happen. But regardless of what happened with the mothers, you got to be there for your children. You got to be there for your babies. And if you're not there for your babies, you're going to look foul in the light. Especially when you talk about maintaining your children. You talk about keeping black men pouring into their babies and walking with them every step of the way, and not leaving your babies by the wayside and this, that, and the other. You gotta be living that. You gotta be living that. Again, I ain't saying you gotta be with the mothers, but you gotta at least be there for your babies. And I've always heard that Dr. Umar had 2 children, 2 daughters. I believe he has spoken that he has 2 daughters. But we never see them. I'm not saying we gotta see. And again, everybody had their own private life, right? And all of that. But I don't know. Like, I've heard these rumors that he really not active in their life. And sometimes rumors can be just rumors. And sometimes people want to keep their children out of the spotlight and keep them separate from what they do. But I believe this young lady. I don't think she's lying about Dr. Umar not being present in her life and active in her life. And that's an issue. That's a problem, man. It is a problem all the way through, man. It's a lot of other things I wrote down too. Because he was like, he said in response to the young lady, he says, You know, if you were indeed trying to find me, I got family all over Pennsylvania. Why is your baby trying to find you? Why are you not trying to find your baby? And this is coming from a man that has 2 children of my own. I got a 14-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. Okay? They in their rooms right now. There's no way I can be living on this earth, going about my day, and I ain't got no connection to my children. I don't know where they at. I don't know what they up to. I'm not having my hands on them. I'm not in contact with them. I'm not pouring into them. I'm not supporting them. I can't do that. And I'm not trying to sit up here and talk holier than thou, because I've done things that I shouldn't have done in relationships, so on and so forth. All of that. I've, failed at relationships before and all of that. But one thing that's constant is I'm always going to be in my baby life, my babies, both of my children's lives. I'm always going to be there for them, to uplift them, to support them financially, physically, so on and so forth, in any way possible. But yeah, why is your daughter trying to find you? You need to find your baby. See, this is the problem with a lot of black fathers, older black men. Not all of them, but a lot of them feel like the child is supposed to reach out to them. A lot of them feel like once they made you, that's all they got to do is make you. You supposed to reach out to them. And what the fuck type of shit is that? You are the adult. You're the parent. Go mend the relationship with your baby. Go fix the relationship with your child. Don't leave it in the responsibility of don't leave it in the hands of your children. Don't leave that responsibility up to your babies for them to try to build a relationship with you. You the parent. You're the parent. You're the adult. You were absent. You were gone. You go mend a relationship. They ain't supposed to be the other way around. A lot of dads be stubborn. She don't call me, or he don't call me. I ain't gonna call him. What the fuck type shit is that? That's your baby. You out here being stubborn. You out here playing like, cold-hearted with your own seed. This ain't no woman that you trying to get to know or trying to kick it with and off the street. This your baby. This your seed. You're gonna leave your seed out here isolated. That's crazy. You can't be living like that. And again, I've agreed with a lot of the stuff that Dr. Umar says. I love watching him talk and all of that. I did question that school not being open several times. But I've agreed with a lot of things he said. But I can't stand with him on that. Not when I know these babies be needing us. And not when I know what he preaches. You feel me? People can't trust you to community build with their children if you're not doing the same thing with yours. So he got to be held to the fire. He got to be critiqued for that. I'm sorry.